Brings us to the next one, the prognosticator. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Anytime you see a prognosticator come on TV or on the internet, I can see the future. The only problem is there's infinite possibilities. Again, we have these things called rational movers. These are the things that we theoretically know already. The facts, the data, the statistics, the financials, implementation knowledge, the news. But this stuff, even though we know it today, it's going to be different tomorrow. These facts, data, statistics, they all change. In fact, the next minute it may change. These things that all go into market prices and stock prices and bond prices and all those things, these are all unknowable. There's no way they could factor this stuff in, but it still goes into prices. People's instincts, feelings, dreams, visions, preferences, perceptions, their plans. The bad data, like the fraud that goes on in the financial industry. All these things, weather and natural disasters, wars, financial currency crisis, man-made disasters, political decisions, a lot of political decisions going on, right? Affecting markets going up and down. There's no way we can factor that in advance. And then all this awesome stuff, too, goes into market prices that we don't know what's going on. Technology discoveries, medical discoveries, mutating technology, all those awesome things. You know, it was just 10 years ago that we got the first smartphone. Only 10 years ago. Imagine the things that are coming on in the future. 2017 was no different with the unpredictable variables. Here was Morgan Stanley, one of their forecasts. The Trump rally may be over come Inauguration Day. This was January 3rd, 2017. We all know that last year was one of the best years in a while, right? For our returns. Investors agreed to Donald Trump's surprising win with the biggest stock market rally of any new U.S. president. Morgan Stanley is cautioning, however, that this coming Inauguration Day may mark the end to these post-election good times. January 20th presents as good a time as any to scale back on any equity holdings. So can you imagine this? I mean, Morgan Stanley is not a small company, right? Imagine all their thousands of clients that may have followed that advice and didn't get the returns that were delivered in 2017. But they do play both sides, though. They have analysts that make predictions like this, and they also have analysts that say the market's going up. And then which ones get the press? The ones that got it right.
And what about their advisors that follow that?
Yeah, because, yeah, exactly right, Scott. Their advisors use the advice of their analysts for their clients. Crazy. The financial shocker of the year was the year the Trump rally died over and over again. That was in January. This was in April, but you saw that throughout the year. This is the end, this is the end, this is the end. And now that we had a downturn recently, you're seeing that I told you so, I told you so. Okay? After they say it over and over and over again. Trump rally is on its last legs, what that means for the market. Then you get guys like this coming on TV. And remember, all these guys that come on and do their prognostications and their forecasts, they're paid to forecast and predict. So it's not like the fearmonger that's trying to get you to do something, to buy something. These guys are actually paid, and they're probably ethical people, and that's probably what they believe, but that's what they're paid to do. So, and they all sound rational, and they state good cases, and so a guy like this comes on. This was February 2016, and he was forecasting a recession in 2016 and 2017.
Back to 1964, every period where credit growth was in decline, you ended up going towards recession. And there are some thresholds. Specifically, if credit is not growing above a 2% net of inflation number, you're going to find yourself in recession. Again, it's a pretty consistent trend, and you don't have it in government spending, you don't have it in corporate spending, you don't have it in areas where you normally see credit growth. It's just insufficient. So the odds are that we are going to be in recession 2016, and maybe even stretching into 2017.
So, sounds reasonable, right? And you have to remember, if you remember back to early 2016, we had one of the worst Januaries in decades in the markets, and the beginning of February was no better. And a guy like this comes on TV, and you make a decision based upon his prognostication. We have to avoid that kind of stuff.